Hi, this is Joyce Brewer with MommyTalkShow.com, and I'm giving you a video tour of the newly designed MyGoodNanny.com, where the focus is good nannies, good service. The mommy owner of My Good Nanny, Tasi Ufadike, wanted me to show you all the places where parents and caregivers need to go on this site to stay up to date on what's going on and so that they can be matched with each other. So let me start with why you should choose MGN. If you go to MGN and then go to the About Us page, you can read about Tasi, the mommy owner who, like lots of moms, was faced with that decision of going back to work and not knowing how to find a nanny. So in 2005, she started this business to match parents and qualified nannies together in a Christian-centered nanny placement company that she started. So if you go to YMGN and About Us, you can read more about Tasi and the focus for the company. If you go to families and scroll down to screening process, you'll find out what My Good Nanny, or MGN, does to match your family with a nanny who is qualified and safe. So here you can read about all the background check processes that My Good Nanny does to make sure that the nanny that you place in your family is qualified to be there. Now for families, you can go here where it says for families and read also the hiring advice that they give you to place a nanny with your family. Now, Tasi Ufadike has just written a book called 50 Parent Commandments, the essential guide to hiring a good nanny. And she talks about the questions that a lot of parents have, making sure that you do the interview process in the correct way, find out if your nanny has transportation to get to you. That's a really important thing. But we're going to come back and talk more about Tasi's book in a minute. Also, if you go back to YMGN and scroll down to event services, you'll see that My Good Nanny also provides caretakers for parties, events, conferences, things like that that may be going on with your family or with your network. And if you need childcare for infants up to 14 years old who also needs to be entertained with arts and crafts and board games and things like that, My Good Nanny can help you with that process. For nannies and babysitters, to be included in the database for My Good Nanny, which is based here in Atlanta, but actually places nannies in other cities outside of Atlanta, including Chicago. Babysitters and nannies can apply for free. You do have to complete an application. You must have 2 years of experience, so you can read more about that here. Over here for the blog that My Good Nanny has. It's pretty interesting because it shares information written by Tasi that parents and nannies can learn from, different trends, different things you need to look out for, and of course, advice as a mom. Here she talks about breastfeeding. So make sure you keep up to date with the My Good Nanny blog. Here under press, you can read about MGN Radio. My Good Nanny does a podcast radio show that parents can listen to find out about, again, trends, interesting people, interviews with newsmakers that Tasi does. I've listened to her radio show. It was pretty funny. So make sure you listen to My Good Nanny Radio. I'm going to go back to the homepage really quickly because I do want to talk a little bit more about the book, 50 Parent Commandments, that you can pre-order right now. I'm going to click here. You can say read more and order. So Tasi took into account her experience answering lots of questions from parents that they have when they're searching for a nanny, and she put it into a book, which you can now pre-order for $14.95, and the first 500 copies will get a signed copy from Tasi. So those are some of the key points that you need to look at mygoodnanny.com. Of course, you can follow them on Facebook and Twitter and stay up to date and spread the word if you know someone who is looking for a nanny. I'm Joyce Brewer, and this is my video review of mygoodnanny.com.